let's give our award picks that we feel so strongly about. Now, I will point out, we have officially up on Yahoo our official division winners and picks for awards, as well as some other superlatives already available. You can see them on Yahoo. Are we going to be 100% consistent with what we put up on the website and what we say right now? Maybe, maybe not. But let's fly through them, Jake. Most valuable player in the American League. What do we think?
You're the most valuable person, and that's what's really more important.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm going to go there and Judge because, watch him.
Yeah. The Judge Soto dynamic will be fascinating. Of course, you can apply that in the National League too with all of those guys. I picked Bobby Witt Jr. just because I just think he's going to keep getting this much better. Him and Julio are in the same bucket. So I'll just go with Bobby Witt Jr. But I think I am leaning more Soto over Judge if I have to pick a Yankee, so I will say that.
Okay.
But I'll stick with Bobby Witt Jr. because he's amazing.
NL MVP, I put down Spencer Strider. I am going with the pitcher winning the MVP award.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot has to happen for this. Like Mookie probably has to get hurt.
You need some injuries, or like it's way more of a bet against the hitting field, which is wild considering who's in the hitting field. But if it's obviously a strong vote of confidence,
I just think Spencer Strider is going to be generational.
I think the bigger problem is not just like that could totally be true, but it's also who's on Spencer Strider's own team. Like, if Acuna does anything close to what he did again, like, it's still impossible to argue Strider is their most important player. So.
Not if his ERA is like 2.2 and he
-8. I went with Freddie Freeman again. Like, sorting through the Dodgers is tough. Like, Freddie's just so automatic. It is just I am so impressed with him. But there's just no wrong answer if you're picking a Dodger. So I'll stick with Freddie there. Cy Young is more fun. You can go in way more. I guess not if you're sticking with Strider, but American League Cy Young, you can go in a lot of different directions, I think. I went with Luis Castillo. Cole Reagans is a fun pick. I mentioned Tarek Skubal is a fun pick. You put Cole Reagans in here for the graphic. It seems like you're already doubting it. Corbin Burns is in the American League now, so that's cool for him. You want to roll with Reagans, or you want to pick someone else?
Can I abstain from this one? Can I just say no vote?
You're big into abstinence, it seems like.
Abstinence is important.
Big abstinence guy.
Big abstinence guy. Big teetotaler. Sure. I'll take Cole Reagans.
Okay. Rookie of the year. Now this is fun because again, you've gone to Wyatt Langford.
Oh wait, Jordan. NL Cy Young, we both took Strider because we're human beings.
Yes. AL Rookie of the year. The Wyatt Langford versus Evan Carter thing will be interesting all season long. I'm going Langford over Carter. In the American League, again, like, I think my thing with Jackson Holliday is I just see him as just being an amazing baseball player more than his stats are going to be blowing you away, particularly in his first season. And so that's where I think I would lean more towards the Texas guys, because also, like, Holliday doesn't really run, right? Like,
well, I mean, they're just going to play more. Like, they also have more runway, right? So
yeah, in theory. But even if Holliday plays 5 months, he's going to be in the mix, I imagine. But I just think the head start for Langford and Carter is going to be substantial. But hey, maybe we get like Colt Keith or something. He'll be there on opening day. Maybe he hits 30 home runs. Who knows? But Langford is an easy pick there. National League is, I think, way more interesting because not only do you have the super duper top prospects in Jackson Merrill, Jackson Chourio at the very top, but then you also have to factor in the rookie eligible, international signees like Yamamoto and Jung-Hoo Lee. Not to mention like someone like Paul Skeens, who maybe comes up and makes 25 starts. So I'm rolling with Chourio here. I think like Yamamoto was such an obvious pick when he signed. And now people are, if you want to jump ship, that's fine. It might end up looking stupid and he just ends up being a top 10 pitcher in baseball. And he's like, obviously the rookie of the year, but I'm going to roll with Chourio here.
I took Jung-Hoo Lee.
Lee's one where, statistically, I'm curious what the ceiling is for him in his first season, but I'm so excited to watch him.
Like if he pops 18 homers and steals like 45 bags and gets the average close to 300,
would be incredible.
I said if
18 homers would be incredible if he does that in his first season. That would be like, oh my gosh. But that's kind of what they're paying him for. Now, I will say, Jake, on our doc here, we have Manager of the Year as an award that we are supposed to predict. I can't even begin to not just say how little I care, but like how impossible it is to project this. Again, it is who is going to outperform. So who's that? Who's that, Jake?
I'll take Craig Counsell.
Craig Counsell. Wow, that's actually an interesting one, right? Because Counsell's obviously won before.
I don't think he has won before.
Oh, he has to have won at least once.
No, he's never won before. That's like the whole thing. He's never won.
He's never won. Really? Okay, well then, great. That's even further emphasis on how silly this award is. But I think too, right? Like if the Cubs, like their stats are like only okay, but like they win 93 games because Craig Counsell, yeah, I guess he probably will win then. Jed's like, I'm a genius. Look at me. This is why you pay your manager $8 million a year. But I mean, other than that, like I guess I would just look at like the AL Central. Really, it's like if the Royals win 20 more games than they did last year or whatever, it'd be interesting if like anybody wants to vote for Hinch, right? Like if the Tigers sneak into the playoffs, like how does that work? I would be very curious about that one, but I'm not giving an official Manager of the Year pick. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Abstinence.
Any other ones? Again, we have a couple other picks you can see on Yahoo, but again, you can tell how not strongly we feel about. If we did this again in 6 hours, I would give you entirely different names. So.